clickers, good morning, how's it going? I'm now heading to my junior high school, and yeah, for the past couple of weeks I noticed that a lot of my subscribers, new subscribers, have been asking me questions about my life as an ALT here in Japan. And so because of that, I decided to make a series of videos that will answer your frequently asked questions. And so I call this frequently asked questions with me. Alright? So for today's episode, I'll be answering 15 most frequently asked questions from my subscribers. So mostly Filipinos are the ones asking me questions, and there are also some foreigners who have found my channel, and I'm so glad about it. But before that, if you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll get informed whenever I upload a new video. Alright, so yeah, let's get started. And so what I did is I reviewed my comment section, and I made a list of 15 frequently asked questions. They're all here. They're all prepared. Okay, a list of, actually I have here 35 questions. Yeah, there's a lot of questions coming from my subscribers and from my new subscribers. And so yeah, for today, let's discuss only 15 of the most frequently asked questions. Then we can have the other questions for the upcoming series or parts. Alright, so let's get started. Let's begin with the most frequently asked one. What is your contractual salary? Well, yeah, I'll be honest this time. Our contractual salary means your salary based on your contract, the one which is indicated in the contract. And so it's 230,000 yen. 230,000 yen. That's the contractual salary. And on top of that, we also receive transportation allowance, position allowance, and a portion for the car rental fee. Yeah. So that's it. That's my contractual salary. Now, if you want to get paid higher, then you may want to consider applying for another company which is so popular, JET program. It's a JET program. Okay, they offer English teaching position also, which will guarantee you for a higher salary. But for JET program ALTs, you are only given 5 years to stay in Japan to teach. Okay, but here in my company, it's a private company, you may stay here for as long as you want, but the salary is fixed. Right? So yeah, that's it. That's number one. Number two, can you do part-time jobs? Yes, definitely. We can do part-time job, but always consider the one indicated in your visa. Okay, your visa status. If you come here in Japan as an ALT, then your visa description is an instructor. Here in Japan, they are quite strict when it comes to job descriptions. So you can do part-time jobs, but remember to only involve yourselves in part-time jobs that is related to teaching, and that would be English tutorials. That is the safest one I get. Alright, so yeah, you can do part-time jobs. And here in Japan, the most popular website where you can find the English learners, students, is hellosensei.com. Okay, hellosensei.com. So I put the link right here in the card. Alright, that's number two. Now let's move on to number three, third question. How much do you earn from part-time job? Well, I created a video about this one, about my part-time jobs here in Japan and how much I earn for a month. For part-time jobs, it depends on how many students you have and the frequency of your session, of your lesson. Okay, but the typical rate for an hour English lesson is 2,500 yen to 3,500 yen. So you can just compute that, okay? So if you're good at looking for new learners, if you have more students, then you can earn more. Yeah, basically that's it. It's a good way to earn a lot of money. Yeah, believe me. But the problem is it's not regular. Okay, yeah, it's not regular. Number 4, how long have you been teaching? Well, I graduated from university in the Philippines in 2012, and then just right after graduation I started working in a private school. I spent there 1 year, and then I spent 5 good years in public school, DepEd, and then I came here in Japan. I've been here for almost 2 years now. So 8 years. Wow, I've been teaching all years. Been teaching all my life. Well, yeah, I'm enjoying. Time flies. 8 years. But here in Japan, I've been here for 2 years. Alright, that's number 4. Number 5. How is the contract? Okay, the contract in my company is renewable every year. Alright? But rarely or seldom that Filipino ALTs, okay? Seldom the Filipino ALTs go back home for a year, okay? Most of the Filipino ALTs stay for like an average of 5 years, I guess. Yeah, 5 years or more, because it's easy compared to teaching job in the Philippines. So that's the contract. The contract is renewable every year. Who do you teach? Okay, who do you teach? Well, when I arrived in Japan, I was assigned at 5 elementary schools, so elementary students, and then just a year after I got additional assignment, and that's junior high school. So right now I'm teaching elementary students and junior schoolers, okay, junior high schoolers. Is Nihongo a requirement? Yeah, this one is a good question. Is Nihongo a requirement? And my answer is yes and no. Why yes and no? Okay, let me start with no. When you apply for ALT position in my company, they will not require you for a Nihongo, Nihongo course that you have completed. So basically, it's a no. It's not a requirement. However, since you're living here in Japan, you will be going to supermarket, you'll be doing transactions at the bank. Basically, it's a social obligation, and so it's a yes. Okay, it's a requirement for you to survive here in Japan, because yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, you need to do like daily tasks, daily activities, which will require you to socialize with Japanese people, and the only way to establish a good communication is to use their language, because you are a foreigner here in Japan. So it's a social obligation. Just one sec. Oops. After that is, how many classes do you teach a day? Okay, so how many classes do I teach a day? Usually 4 classes only. Okay, usually 4 classes. Rarely that I teach for 5 classes a day or 6 classes, and never that I had a 6 class. Usually 4. Okay, sometimes if there are special occasions and special happenings in the school, I don't teach. Yeah, I just go to school, observe classes, walk around, write something. Yeah, make myself seemingly busy. And or sometimes 1 or 2 classes. Yeah, it depends. But most of the time, 4 classes a day. How many schools do you teach? Do you work with? Well, I'm working right now again with 5 elementary schools and 1 junior high school. And every situation is different. If you're working in Japan, you may be asked to work at a single school, which means you will need to go there every day. Yeah, I just can't imagine myself going to the same school every day. Yeah, that will draw out your ideas, because you will need to think and prepare for different ideas each day. That will be challenging. So I'm really glad that I am moving from one school to another. 3 schools would be perfect, I guess. Well, anyway, okay. Next, another question, number 11 is, what type of car are you driving? Okay, I am driving an automatic car, okay? I guess no ALT is required or has been assigned to use a manual vehicle, okay? Mostly it's automatic car, right? Question number 12. I remember this question. Is a driving license a requirement? Well, it's not really a requirement, because there is what we call a driving position ALTs and non-driving position ALTs. But if you're applying, the company prioritizes candidates or applicants who have complete requirements. I mean, not really requirements, but company, they are looking for ALTs whom they can maximize the role. You know what I mean? So if you're a driver, then it's a plus point. Alright? And also, one thing more, here in Japan, a Japanese driver's license is very important. When you apply for a phone rental or almost anything, okay, if you apply for anything that is rental, they will ask for your Japanese driver's license. Just your Japanese driver's license. And so I think in the long run it will be useful. Alright, so yeah. Another, number 13, how long do you plan to stay in Japan? Well, I'm on my 2nd year now. Yeah, going 3rd actually. Yeah, I'm on my 3rd year now here in Japan. And I noticed that I cannot stay here for good. Okay, that's a fact, because taxes are getting higher. And so yeah, I'm planning to stay here in Japan for probably until tomorrow. Yeah, it's a joke, of course. I might stay here in Japan not more than 5 years. That's one thing for sure. Yeah, not more than 5 years. Let's see where fate will bring me. Number 14. Do you teach alone in the classroom? No, okay, no. You will never teach alone in the classroom. You will always have with you your Japanese teachers. And especially these days, Japanese teachers are encouraged to do main teaching, which means you're just there to support them. And the Japanese teachers are doing the main thing. And yeah, there will never be a chance that you will teach alone in the classroom. You will always have a Japanese teacher with you. Alright. Number 15, and finally, the last question. Is teaching in Japan worth it? Well, yes. Yes. It's life-changing, as I said before in my previous vlogs. It's a good opportunity. It's an easy task, okay? Yeah, that could be a good description for my work. It's a good job, easy job, which guarantee you a good salary. Yeah, you just need to, comply with policies, company policies, and you just need to acculturate yourself here in Japan. Yeah. So yeah, it's easy. And yeah, those are the 15 most frequently asked questions from my comment sections, coming from my old and new subscribers. Thank you so much for asking. And if you have other questions, please feel free to ask them. Okay, I would be happy to answer them. If there are questions which I am not sure about, don't worry, because we've got friends here in Japan. We have friends from Pepe Kids Club. That's a company also. We've got friends who are ESL, or English as Second Language teachers here in Japan also. And also we've got friends from JET program. So we will try our best to look for the answers to your questions. Alright, so yeah, I wish that this episode, or this series of episode, could be of great help, because I know that a lot of you are interested to work here in Japan, as an ALT. And so, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the second episode. Alright, stay safe and awesome.